Guangzhou. Even the name sounds exciting, like something new is about to happen. This isn't a city that just thinks big, it builds big. Huge skyscrapers reach for the sky, showing how powerful China's economy is. The Pearl River, like a shiny, flowing road for businesses, beats with the city's never-ending energy. Guangzhou is a giant of industry, a world trade center that knows what's happening everywhere. It's a place where people make fortunes and follow their dreams. But behind all the shine, there's another Guangzhou. A city of complicated problems, big differences between rich and poor, and secret stories. This is the Guangzhou I want to show you. The Guangzhou, where you can see the struggles of everyday people, where old traditions bump into modern life, where people fight to survive in the shadows of those shiny skyscrapers. So, get ready, this is Guangzhou, the real deal. Guangzhou isn't just a city, it's the engine driving China's future. This bustling metropolis is a powerhouse of economic activity, innovation and cultural exchange. It's a place where tradition meets modernity, creating a unique blend that propels the region forward. Think of the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area as China's version of Silicon Valley. But way, way bigger. This region is a sprawling hub of technological advancement and economic growth, encompassing multiple cities and regions, each contributing to a collective vision of progress and prosperity. This is where new ideas and big plans come together, where technology becomes part of everyday life. From cutting-edge startups to established tech giants, the Greater Bay Area is a breeding ground for innovation, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And Guangzhou? It's the heart of it all. The city's central business district is a hive of activity, with skyscrapers reaching for the sky and streets bustling with energy. It's a place where dreams are turned into reality, and where the future is being built today. Then there's the Belt and Road Initiative, China's big plan to change world trade routes. This ambitious project aims to connect Asia with Europe and Africa, creating new opportunities for trade and investment. Guangzhou, with its strategic location, plays a crucial role in this grand vision. Guangzhou, with its perfect location and amazing roads, ports, and airports, is super important to this plan. The city's infrastructure is world-class, making it a key logistics hub for the entire region. Whether by land, sea, or air, Guangzhou is a gateway to the world. And let's not forget the Canton Fair. This massive trade event, held twice a year, transforms the city into a global marketplace. It's a melting pot of cultures and ideas, where business deals are made and new partnerships are forged. Twice a year, the city becomes a giant global market, full of deals, negotiations, and the exciting feeling of opportunity. The Canton Fair is a testament to Guangzhou's role as a major player in international trade, attracting buyers and sellers from all over the world. The world comes to Guangzhou to do business, to see the amazing economic success of modern China. It's a place where fortunes are made and where the spirit of entrepreneurship thrives. The city's dynamic economy is a beacon of hope and opportunity for many. It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement, to believe everything is perfect. The vibrant streets, the bustling markets, and the celebratory events paint a picture of unending prosperity and joy. But beneath this surface lies a more complex reality. But I'm here to tell you, there's another side to this story. Amidst the glittering skyscrapers and thriving businesses, there are also areas that struggle with poverty and neglect. The contrast between wealth and poverty is stark, reminding us that progress often comes with its own set of challenges, a side that people often forget about in the rush to get ahead. These overlooked neighborhoods and hidden communities are a part of Guangzhou's story too. They remind us that while the city races towards the future, there are still many who are left behind, waiting for their chance to catch up. Guangzhou is called the City of Flowers, a pretty name that makes you think of beautiful, peaceful things. The city is known for its vibrant flower markets, colorful streets, and lush gardens that attract tourists from all over the world. It's a place where the beauty of nature seems to blend seamlessly with urban life. But behind this perfect picture, a different reality exists. In the shadows of the city's bright facade, there are dark alleyways and hidden corners where the less fortunate struggle to survive. The contrast between luxury and poverty is stark, and it's a side of Guangzhou that many visitors never see. A reality where political problems are hidden just below the surface, where people can suddenly get angry and protest. These protests are often a response to the government's strict policies and the lack of freedom of expression. The streets can quickly turn from bustling markets to scenes of unrest. the government has strong control and people who disagree are rarely allowed to speak. Surveillance is everywhere, with cameras watching every move and police patrolling the streets to maintain order. This creates an atmosphere of fear and tension among the residents. Speaking out against the government has become harder in recent years, and many people are scared and feel like they can't say anything. Conversations are often held in hushed tones, and people are constantly looking over their shoulders, afraid of being overheard or reported. The internet, which used to be a place for open discussion, is now controlled by the government. Websites are censored, and online activities are closely monitored. This has stifled the free exchange of ideas and made it difficult for people to connect and organize. And then there are the migrant workers. These individuals leave their homes in search of better opportunities, hoping to build a brighter future for themselves and their families. They arrive in Guangzhou with dreams and aspirations, ready to work hard and make a living. Millions of them come to Guangzhou hoping for a better life. They work hard in factories and on construction sites, building the city's economic success. Their labor is the backbone of Guangzhou's growth, yet their contributions often go unrecognized. They work hard in factories and on construction sites, building the city's economic success. Despite their efforts, they face numerous challenges, including long hours, low wages, and unsafe working conditions. Their lives are far from the prosperity they had hoped for, but they're often treated unfairly, taken advantage of, and don't have basic rights. Many live in crowded, substandard housing and struggle to make ends meet. Their plight is a stark reminder of the inequalities that exist within the city. These are the hidden truths of Guangzhou, the stories you won't find in travel brochures. While the city's beauty and prosperity are often highlighted, the struggles and hardships of its residents remain in the shadows, waiting to be acknowledged and addressed. They come to Guangzhou with dreams as big as the skyscrapers. Young people, mostly from small villages, trying to escape poverty and find a better life. They build the shiny towers, make the latest gadgets in factories, and sell food on the streets. They are essential to Guangzhou, but they are often treated like they are less important. They live in crowded, dirty places, their bosses take advantage of them, and no one hears their voices. Many are undocumented, meaning they have no legal protection, making them easy targets for abuse. They are the human cost of Guangzhou's race for progress, a sad reminder that not everyone benefits from the city's economic boom. Their stories show how strong people can be, but also how badly the system fails to protect the most vulnerable. The pandemic didn't cause the problems in Guangzhou, but it made them much worse. The city, already grappling with economic disparities and social issues, found itself in an even more precarious situation. When the virus hit, the migrant workers, living packed together in small rooms, were hit the hardest. These workers, who form the backbone of the city's economy, faced dire conditions as they struggled to maintain their livelihoods. Lockdowns were quick and harsh, without much thought for how it would affect people's lives and jobs. Food became scarce. Supermarket shelves emptied rapidly, and long queues for basic necessities became a common sight. Protests, driven by desperation and anger, broke out in the streets. People, frustrated by the lack of support and the harsh measures, took to the streets to voice their grievances. The government's response was fast and harsh. Police were deployed to disperse the crowds, and the authorities made it clear that dissent would not be tolerated. The message was clear: we will control everything, no matter the cost. The government's strict measures were aimed at maintaining order, but they also highlighted the deep-seated issues within the society. The pandemic showed all of Guangzhou's problems in a clear way. The empty streets and deserted public areas were a stark reminder of the challenges the city faced. The difference between the rich and the poor became even bigger. The pandemic exacerbated the existing inequalities, making the divide between the affluent and the underprivileged more apparent. The government's strict control was obvious, surveillance increased, and the presence of law enforcement was felt more than ever, as the authorities sought to maintain a tight grip on the situation. And yet, even during the worst times, the spirit of the people stayed strong. Despite the hardships, the community came together, showing resilience and solidarity. Small acts of kindness and helping each other, often hidden from the world, helped many people survive. Volunteers distributed food, and neighbors supported each other in ways that showcased the best of humanity. The pandemic was a difficult test for Guangzhou, but it also showed how strong and caring its people are. In the face of adversity, the citizens of Guangzhou demonstrated remarkable resilience and compassion. proving that even in the darkest times, the human spirit can shine brightly. Guangzhou is a city that's always changing. Old neighborhoods are knocked down and replaced with shiny new buildings and big shopping malls. They call it progress, development. But progress for who? The government's aggressive plans to rebuild the city have forced many people from their homes, often with little money to help them or care for how they will live. Historic buildings are destroyed, replaced by buildings that all look the same and have no character. Corruption is everywhere. People stealing land, secret deals, and dishonest agreements are common. Regular people are always the ones who suffer. The result? A city that often feels cold and empty, missing the unique character it once had. A city where the past is erased for the sake of progress and the suffering of the people is ignored. Even with all its problems, Guangzhou's spirit is still alive. You just have to know where to find it. Go beyond the tall buildings and tourist spots, and you'll find a city full of history, culture, and the strong spirit of its people. Get lost in the winding alleys of Qingping Market, a place full of exciting smells, fresh food, and traditional medicines. Walk through the peaceful gardens of the Temple of the Six Banyan Trees, a quiet place in the middle of the busy city. Explore the charming streets of Shamian Island, a former area for foreigners with its old buildings and relaxed atmosphere. Try the city's famous Cantonese food, from dim sum to seafood, a celebration of Guangzhou's rich food traditions. Guangzhou is a city you won't forget. It's a city of opposites, of beauty and harshness, of hope and sadness. It's a city that makes you question what you think, that makes you see uncomfortable truths. But most importantly, it's a city that shows you how strong people can be. The strength of the people who live here, who deal with the city's difficulties with grace and determination, is truly inspiring. This is just a small look at what Guangzhou has to offer. I encourage you to explore more, to look deeper than the surface, to find the city's hidden treasures and untold stories for yourself. And when you do, remember this: every city has its secrets. It's our job to discover them. Subscribe now for more stories from the road less traveled. Let's keep exploring together.